And welcome back to our coverage of the simultaneous rise and fall of America's favorite talent show judge and part-time recording artist, Adam Levine. Sure you do, Adam. Now, you may remember our episode on Moves Like Jagger, where we talked about Levine's band Maroon 5 and their many failings as a band, but for this episode, in the interest of fairness, I feel I should talk about their positive points too. Well, for one, Levine sure has abs. Those are some amazing abs. Okay, but seriously, let's talk about their strong points, because they do have at least a few good songs. Now, personally, I believe their claims to funkiness are overstated, let's say, but I will concede that they do have a number of songs you could reasonably describe as funk. At their strongest, they had a certain energy and tightness that made them stand out. And for another, they were a versatile group that could handle a lot of different styles and genres, and they had a gift for melody which I wish they had exercised more often, honestly. I bring this up because they at least did have enough strengths to make Moves Like Jagger a blatant sellout track, a cash-in written by studio hacks for hire to boost the flagging sales of their third album. Every interview Adam Levine has given about that song indicates a man who feels zero personal connection to it and fully aware that he sold his band's soul for cash.
And I was having, to be totally honest, some trouble producing hits, just me and the band, and I wanted to venture outward and see what it would be like to write songs with other people.
It's a great
But the fact that Jagger did so well seems to have decided their future. Every song on their new album has the fingerprints of a professional hitmaker on it, and along the way they also lost keyboardist Jesse Carmichael, the only other member of the band who seemed to matter even the tiniest bit. From this point on, Maroon 5 is now a band whose success will only be measured by chart position and not artistic merit. And this new phase in their career reaches its culmination with their latest single, Payphone, which comes complete with a guest rapper of all things. At this point, they may as well just make commercial jingles for Pepsi. But let's be fair here. Just because they've sold out, which they definitely sold out, there's no mistake about that. But that doesn't mean that their music can't be good. Some bands only hit their peak after they sell out. I sell out all the time. Verizon Wireless, 4G network, unlimited talk, unlimited text. So I'm not going to begrudge Maroon 5 for selling out too. Besides, a song where they try to sound tough and edgy were always terrible, so maybe they'll sound better when they actually drop the pretense. So let's make a fair and honest evaluation of their newest song, Payphone.
Hello?
I'm at a payphone trying to...
Sorry, it's just, God, that man's voice. He's like a frog choking on a harmonica. I'm just never gonna like Adam Levine's vocals, and no amount of selling out's gonna fix that. Actually, it kind of makes it worse. His falsetto always sounded computer-generated on its own. You had an auto-tune, and yeesh, just human vocal cords just shouldn't make that noise. But anyway, the song. Now, Maroon 5 usually release angry, pained songs about volatile relationships, but for the first time they've released a single that takes us directly to the end of the affair. A full-on breakup ballad. A post-mortem for a failed romance. Let's see how they evoke that sadness and regret. Excuse me. I was trying to listen to the song. Okay, one of these videos, huh? Well, if it's gonna drown out the actual song, I guess I'd better address it before it gets distracting. Okay, let's see. He's a banker, and there's a robbery. Okay, he makes a break for it with a girl. Cool. Okay, wait a minute. Why are the cops shooting at him? He's clearly not one of the bank robbers. Oh, for Christ's sake, son, just lie down. Let them arrest you. You can sue them later. Okay, what the hell now? You're stealing a car? Why? You an idiot? What the... Why are you even trying to escape too? Okay, good. You've killed a bunch of innocent cops, and God knows why they were chasing you in the first place. I'm beginning to think you were one of the bank robbers. Either way, you deserve to go to jail. Jeez, wasn't being a famous, good-looking rock star enough of a fantasy? You had to go film the self-insert hero outlaw fig you wrote when you were 10? Yeah, no. If I wanted a song about phones with nonsensical videos about crime sprees, I'll stick with Lady Gaga, thank you very much. Shouldn't even dignify that. Let's get back to business. Okay, Levine, you're sad. Your breakup. Love is gone. Sell it.
Phone.
Okay, interesting. Well, after listening to that wrenching heartbreak, I think we're all feeling the same thing inside. What the hell is a payphone? Is that like a prepaid cell phone? What is it? Whoa, what the hell is this thing? It's like a regular phone, but it's stuck on this one spot. So it doesn't seem to work. I think it wants me to put money in it? It's like a vending machine, but with a phone, I guess. I can't figure out how to take pictures with it or access the internet or anything. Weird. Making a song about payphones in 2012. But for serious, what's the next single called? Cotton Gin? But that's not the real problem. Even if I pretend I'm in a time period where people used payphones, the whole point of using them in this song is that Levine needed a symbol to represent everything he's lost. All that time and effort wasted. Something to symbolize everything he's sacrificing in this last-ditch attempt to repair what probably can't be saved. And the best thing he could come up with to symbolize all that is 50 cents for the first minute and 25 for each additional minute. I don't think she's gonna find that particular sacrifice all that moving. If that's all you're investing in this, well, I don't know what to tell you. Check under the couch cushions and you'll feel better. Like, he'd have to be a trucker or something, constantly calling from the road for the amount of money he spends on payphones to be anything significant. In which case, he should probably just get a damn cell phone plan. Like the Verizon Unlimited Talk Unlimited text plan, share everything. The thing is, I would support a song like this in theory, and the melody is very nice, I'll admit that. And at least he's not singing about anything as ridiculous as having moves like Mick Jagger, but somehow Payphone is even more hollow than they've ever been. For one, they sound less like a real band than ever. Moves like Jagger already made Maroon 5 sound like the processed cheese version of themselves, but this has even less personality. I can't be the only person to notice that the music for this is basically a Bruno Mars song.
Hello?
I'm at a payphone trying to go home. All of my change I spent on you.
It's the same beat and everything. All we're missing is Bruno's stupid hat. For another, the lyrics aren't very good. And here's the thing, there is something there in this payphone thing. Like, I don't know, something about the emotional distance implied by having to communicate through this obsolete, probably disrepaired relic of public technology. And so, of course, Maroon 5 decided to follow the Moves Like Jagger template by coming up with an odd, potentially interesting conceit, and then taking it absolutely nowhere. Right, yeah, this is what the lyrics are about instead. Darkness, burning bridges, other lines straight out of the Complete Hack's Guide to Songwriting. It's becoming perfectly clear to me why they were content to drown out the lyrics with gunfire and explosions if the best they could do is getting angry about fairy tales and love songs.
If happy ever after didn't exist, I would still be holding you like this. All those fairy tales are full of shit.
Breaking news! Maroon 5 frontman Adam Levine has discovered that fairy tales are different from reality. This new finding supports similar studies reported in the academic publication LiveJournal. Maroon 5 were always at their best, at their most cocky, alpha male rock star douchiest. Whiny high school emo-ness about how love songs are lies. You guys, it's all lies. It doesn't fit well on them. It's such a waste. They could have built up the whole payphone metaphor into something with serious emotional power, and instead all it leads to is that Levine might not have enough quarters for the laundromat. Well, duh. Of course the sun sets in paradise. That's why it has such gorgeous sunsets. It's famous for them. Bad metaphor!
You turn your back on tomorrow, 'cause you forgot yesterday. I gave you my love to borrow, but you just gave it away.
Okay, that's just a personal pet peeve right there. Here's a hint for all you up-and-coming songwriters. Never, ever, ever rhyme tomorrow and borrow. It never works. Outside of stupid love songs, have you ever heard someone say, I'm gonna give you my love to borrow? No, of course not. It's not a DVD you don't want to pay for, like I expect it back when you're done. It always sounds forced. Only the talentless rhyme tomorrow and borrow. Don't do it.
I know I said it before, but all of our bridges.
This is not working. Fortunately, because Levine is too lazy to write songs on his own anymore, we can hand this off to someone else. This is Wiz Khalifa. Regular viewers may remember him from when I reviewed his less than impressive breakthrough single, Black and Yellow. But since then I've gotten a better understanding of why he became a big name, after hearing him successfully take on the role of the sensitive, attentive lover man in Roll Up, and holding his own against Snoop Dogg in Young, Wild and Free. So I'm interested to see what he can do with a song like this, because the tone of the song is a difficult one to nail. It's not supposed to be torturously heartbroken, it's just frustrated, regretful, contemplative, and unsatisfied, and without closure. How best to express those tangled emotions?
Man, fuck that shit.
I've heard worse.
Man, fuck that shit. I'll be out spending all this money while you sitting around wondering why it wasn't you who came up from nothing. Made it from the bottom, now when you see me, I'm stunting.
Are you kidding me? Am I listening to yet another rapper who can't talk about anything but about how great his life is? It's just one breakup song. It's not a difficult concept. Just say, I'm sad. I miss you. We had some good times. One verse. Just one little verse where you don't rap about how great you are and your great life in your goddamn car.
And all of my cars are with a push of a button.
Yeah, you know what? I hope you weren't too attached to that car, because Levine is doing some terrible things to it right now. I tried to tell you, push-start cars are easy to steal. Did you listen? No.
Telling me I changed since I blew up or whatever you call it. Switch the number to my phone so you never could call it.
Ha, take that. He changed the number in his Payphone. At least he got the phone part of the song right.
Swish, what a shame, could have got picked.
Even if this wasn't attached to a completely unrelated song, I hate this verse. I mean, the song is a little pissy, but at the situation isn't being a complete vindictive dick to the girl herself like Wiz has decided to do. And that's only if you give him enough credit to believe that this was directed at an ex-girlfriend at all.
Had a really good game, but you missed your last shot, so you talk about who you see at the top.
This stupid generic anti-hater verse could have been written to Waka Flocka Flame or any other rapper he has a beef with, and it wouldn't change the meaning at all. This sucks.
So you can go and take that little piece of shit with you.
If that was supposed to make Maroon 5's part look better, it definitely succeeded. Okay, what have we learned today? I think it's that if you're going to sell out, make hot, sexy dance jams and not love ballads, because that was way worse than Moves Like Jagger. Not that it's the worst song I've ever heard, but it just doesn't work at all. And you know what? Adam Levine, if you're out there, I got something to say to you. I know you don't want to burn out. I know you're worried that you're out of ideas and you can't do this on your own anymore, but that doesn't mean you have to give up your integrity like this. I mean, you can get hits now, I guess, but what about your legacy? Wouldn't you rather leave behind good music? Wouldn't you rather be known as someone who made good, high-quality music with soul and personality, even at the cost of his own commercial success?
Man, fuck that shit.
Fair enough.
Here's a corner, call someone.